Hello guys, and welcome back to another adventure with Hiking with Jackie Boy, or I should say another Humano adventure. I'm Kevin.
Joanne, and here's Jackie Boy.
We're here at the Fort Stockton, well, the historic Fort Stockton Living History Days. And Joanne is representing the Humano Nation of Texas. Fort Stockton, established 1859 along Comanche Springs. This is the second year that we have attended the historic Fort Stockton Living History Days. Joanne visiting with school children from Fort Stockton ISD and Balmorhea ISD and other school districts in this area. Joanne is the tribal chair of the Humano Nation of Texas. Bill was also representing the Humano Nation. He also gives us a blessing at the beginning of each event. Having fun with the bow. The Lee Pond Apache Band of Texas was also in attendance.
Okay, my name is Richard, here at the Fort Stockton today, and good to be here. I'm Richard with a Lee Pond Apache Band of Texas. I'm also the chairman of the Lee Pond Apache Band of Texas, also a veteran of the Vietnam War with 101st Airborne. I was a Bronze Star recipient, but also Combat Infantry Badge recipient. And, glad to be back home with all of my good friends here.
Thank you, and thank you for your service.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A display of Native American artwork, quite beautiful. Burning of sage, depicting the diet of the Lee Pond Apaches. Jackie Boy at the hotel room. The historic Pecos County Jailhouse. Pecos County Courthouse. Our meals were provided. We also had some live entertainment. We started day 2 with a brilliant sunrise. Jackie Boy said, "Can't we just stay here?" Jackie Boy made himself comfortable. Jackie Boy walking the parade ground of the historic Fort Stockton. Fort Stockton Guardhouse. I'm doing good. How are you? Some reenactors of the fort.
4 days now.
Oh, cool. We're coming out of San Antonio. My girlfriend's with the Humano Nation of Texas. And y'all will be on YouTube. The camels represent the experiment the U.S. Army tried with camels in the 19th century. Horse Head Crossing. Pretty cool. Chuck wagon. Hi, how are you? Good. You were here last year with your chuck wagon here. Pecos County Cowboy Church. Barracks 1 and the Visitor Center. Inside the Visitor Center and gift shop. Model of the layout of Fort Stockton. Really interesting place. Most of the buildings here are rebuilds. There were reenactors of the United States Cavalry and other reenactors of frontier living. It's nice, the dulcimer. They had volunteers that came by periodically, bringing us water, picking up trash, and asking if we needed anything else. Frontier life. A cool place to visit, for sure. You were asking me about Horsehead Crossing?
Out on the Pecos.
I have heard of it, but I
Yes.
have not been out there.
Well, you know the big event they're having next weekend?
Oh,
You haven't heard about it. Let me show you. It won a Merit Award in Austin last year for the second most historical place in Texas.
that's really quite interesting.
Yeah.
I am going to have to get out there.
You are. We've got 9 chuck wagons coming. We've got longhorn cattle. We've got Civil War reenactors. We've got, oh my gosh, the cannons. They're going to have a Civil War reenactment. Imperials letting us use bleachers to put down by the river. Texas Trails Association's having their convention out there. Just all kinds of stuff.
One of these years I will have to make it. I know next week it wouldn't be possible for me.
Well, it's
But
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
okay. All right, well, thank you.
Yes, sir. You know where Gervin is?
Yes.
Okay, you just turn north on 11, and you go about 12 miles, and there's huge signs, historic Horsehead Crossing, all kinds of signs, and you go about 8 more miles, and you end up at the river, and it'll be everything out there.
Oh, nice. I would love to see it.
Yeah, we're gonna have gunslingers, trail rides. They're bringing in 20 horses, and some of the cowboys will be just riding around on their horses, and it's like you step back in time a couple of hundred years. This is the 4th year. First year was COVID, and it was kind of iffy. The second year was we still didn't know we were going to get to have it, but last year was real good, and we're hoping this year is going to be better. And they say it is. We've got historians coming in from everywhere. So,
All right, thank you.
yes, sir.
Inside the officer quarters. Was really cool. The historic Fort Stockton Living History events coordinators provided us with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was very nice of them. This one, Bighorn?
Yep, Bighorn sheep. This is our West Texas display, so all the animals in here can be found in the Big Bend area, from the pronghorn, the bighorn, the mule deer.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pronghorn.
Yeah.
And this is a mule deer
Yes, sir.
and a javelina.
Yes, sir. And then this little skull down here belongs to an aoudad, which is an exotic sheep found out here.
Yeah. Exotic sheep or
Yep.
Barbary
Yep, Barbary sheep. That's their traditional name from the Barbary Coast.
code.
Yeah, if you got a water, I'd appreciate it. We'll go get some. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you even got a display of a candelia plant.
Yep. Yeah, we got a lot of little succulents in here, and then the prickly pear is, pretty indicative of what we have. So everything in here we try to make look exactly like West Texas.
You also do Operation Game Thief.
Yes, sir. So yeah, we have the Operation Game Thief on the side of the trailer, so whenever people are driving by, they can see it. But that's our best option for people that see a wildlife crime or have information about it and want to make an anonymous tip. That's the best option for people to do so.
And also, I mean, that road hunting, that
Exactly.
there may be disregard of what's behind
Oh,
where
absolutely.
they're shooting at.
No, and that's the main reason we want people to call, and we have Operation Game Thief available, is so that if they have no fear of repercussion, and it gives them an avenue to report those dangerous activities to us.
Yeah, and I have hunted. I haven't recently, but the last time I actually went hunting, I actually ended up shooting a exotic, axis deer.
Oh, yeah.
That was in Bear County.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of access over there, and that's what I love about Texas is we have so many different species of not just native game but also exotic. So we have year-round opportunities for people.
Yeah, actually, I
Access is one of
think
the
they're
big ones.
becoming invasive.
So it depends on where you're at, and down in the hill country we have a lot of exotics, and they kind of Bear County has a good bit, but even further down like Uvalde, we have a whole lot down there. But yeah, really the only one that's truly we look at as almost truly invasive is the feral hogs, because they just cause thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of damage to properties and farmland across the state.
Even on my work site, which is in southwest San Antonio, we have feral hogs out there all the time.
Yep.
And we keep them off the site, but the area is still our property. They still get on, and we do have a contractor that removes them.
Yeah. And that's become a pretty good business for people, and especially with the helicopter hog hunts that people are selling. You know, it's a nuisance, but you know, people are making the most of it, making businesses out of it. So.
You know, whoever figures out how to actually control them, they will become a rich person.
Yeah, and they're really hard to control just because when it comes to wildlife management, targeted management is really difficult when it comes to species. Because if there was an issue with poisoning where you try to poison hogs, well, look at all the other animals you're going to poison. Hogs and javelinas reside in the same area, so you try to poison one, what's keeping you from poisoning the other?
Yeah, you're going to poison deer, raccoon, you know.
So, and that's why it's become such an issue is finding, like you're saying, a specific targeted way just to handle feral hogs, aside from mass hunting like the helicopter hunts and stuff like that. That is so specific. You're seeing what you're shooting at. So,
yeah, and I've seen mass trapping too, where they have a corral that's set up.
Appreciate it, bud. Yes, sir. Yeah, I've seen the mass trapping too. They have really massive traps for those, and the good thing about those is they have the camera on them, so the camera will actually see whenever they have hogs in there, how many hogs, and they can remote set it. So I've seen those too. Yeah, we don't have a whole. West Texas doesn't have that many hogs as far as this area. We have them, but they're not nearly like they are in East Texas and South Texas as far as the density.
And the damage they do even to the wildlife. You know, a lot of people don't care for rattlesnakes, but feral hogs have even affected their population. They also affected behavior. I mean, rattlesnakes have been around for a long time, but they're very adaptable, and the one thing they quit doing in areas of feral hogs is they quit rattling as a warning.
Yeah, and that's been an issue for people as well.
Yeah, you know, it was good to get that little rattle, okay, I'm gonna back off, you know. And snakes are a necessary part of the ecosystem.
Absolutely.
You know, they do a lot of rodent control. I mean, we'd be overrun with mice, rats, even cottontail rabbits, you know, if it wasn't for the rattlesnakes.
Yeah, and that's the whole part of keeping, you know, our ecosystem in check with the invasive species like the feral hogs. And other invasive species, I don't know if you've heard it, but in Hawaii, I can't remember which island it was, but there was an invasive snake that got brought in and completely decimated some local species. So that's why we're very particular with laws regarding import and export of exotic game, as well as any invasive species like those snakes. And you know, unfortunately, feral hogs have become the problem they are. But you know, we can only work so hard to try to get rid of them as we can. But luckily, we're a state full of hunters, and and everybody likes to hunt. So
oh yeah.
helps out.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely, sir.
Javelina looks like a pig, smells like a skunk. Beautiful Mexican black bear. White-tailed deer. Texas Parks and Wildlife game wardens put on an awesome display. It wasn't me, Sheriff. I'm already recording, so. I think Jackie Boy feels like he's in jail.
Okay.
Gun one up. Noted. Gun one, fire. Gun one, fire.
You had fun?
Oh yeah, it was a blast.
Quite a event. Little warmer than I would have liked it to have been. Well, this finishes up the historic Fort Stockton Living History Days. Please like, share, comment, or subscribe. Thank you for watching.